see. All right. Hello, knockouts. Tonya Tko here. And it's been a while since we've gone live together. So let me give you all a few moments to come on inside the room. Come on in, come on in, come on in. Oh, you know what? We're going to be talking today about life lessons because I don't want you to be like me in terms of this particular life lesson. Kevin, hey, welcome in, welcome in. All right. So listen. Come on in, everybody. Come on in. Oh, wow. You know what? My heart is so full this morning. If you all, you know what? I'm going to start out saying this. If you all have not gotten your self love affirmations workbook yet, get it. It makes a tremendous difference. You know, so many of us, the last thing we look at before we go to bed is our phones. The first thing we look at in the morning are our phones, and we're letting all of these images and messages come in. And I've been doing the self love affirmations journal for the past week. I'd say about a week and a few days ago, I started doing the journal, the workbook myself, because the books had come in and I was stressed. When I tell you I was stressed, I was in mourning. My books came in and I did that live signing with you all, and then for like a week straight I was in bed. I couldn't get out. I'm crying. I feel devastated. I feel like I'm experiencing a death. And then I realized what it was. So I had to personally get my own book out and start doing the affirmations. When I tell you guys that these are the affirmations that I did to get out of my car and roll into abundance, these are the affirmations I did. And so when I was in this state of overwhelm, I started writing out the affirmations. It's so easy. All you have to do is open the book and follow the instructions and write, right? And so I've been writing in it, and things and further manifestation has been coming. So this is what I want to talk to you all about this morning, because I wasn't prepared for the blessings that started coming into my life. And it felt like a death. I was mourning the old me. I was mourning the part of me that had, I don't want to say the excuses. I'll start out by saying this, right? I had become so attached to the yearning, to the longing, to the fighting, to the striving, that when it came in, all of that momentum had nowhere to go. It was like I had all of this amped up push and energy and veritas inside of me, and it had nowhere to go because my book had come in, the dreams that I had set out for were manifesting, but I still had all of that push and drive inside of me. And I had to calm myself. I had to balance myself. I had to ground myself. And so I'm making this video to talk to you all about doing the same thing. We are live right now. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. And so I want you all to be better than me. I want you all to continue to push forward, and not just push forward, but get ready for your blessings. So, good morning. Good morning. So, I'm going to tell you all what happened, right? And what I was able to do to shift, and what I would like you all to do differently. So it's kind of like a birthday party. I'm going to give you all this analogy. So let's just pretend that you want to throw a birthday party for your child or your parent, right? And so you have to start imagining, what do I want this party to be like? What do I want the colors to be? Is there going to be a cake? Who am I going to invite, right? And so not only do you start thinking of these things, so the thinking of it is the visualization. Like, these are things that we do naturally, but because a party is a short-term goal, so you're like, okay, I want this party on XYZ date. I want this party 2 weeks from now, 3 weeks from now, a month from now, this coming weekend, 9 months from now. So you think of this party and then you start putting the pieces in place. But not only do you put the pieces in place, you have to start doing the physical actions. You have to go out and get the balloons. You have to go out and get the streamers. And that right there is action, right? Not only that, you have to have a part of you on the inside that sees it all coming together. You have to book the hall or the location, or rent out the space or make a reservation or whatnot. You have to do these things, and then you have to start putting yourself in motion to get there. So I want you all to just imagine, if you throw a party and you're like, yeah, I think people are going to come to this party. I think people are going to really enjoy it. And then on the day of the party, you don't have a hall rented and you don't have all of this stuff, because deep inside there was a part of you that was spending so much time thinking of the planning of the party that you didn't take the action for the actual party to happen. And that's kind of like what happened to me, right? So, no, come on, stay in, Sarah. Don't go anywhere. Even if you're not feeling awesome, stay and manifest a different reality. Right? So this is kind of what happened to me. So I was like, you know what? I want this dream to happen. I'm going to keep putting one foot in front of the other. I'm going to keep doing this, doing that. And then the dream starts happening and I'm left here. I don't have headshots. Oh, I don't have headshots. I had not created my page on Amazon for the books, and I did not have my bank accounts ready. I had gotten the business license. I'd done some things, but I did not I did not continue to create the foundation for when all of it comes in. So I just want so this is my word for you today. This is my word for you today. Please, please listen to me. Listen to me. Please continue to put one foot in front of the other. Continue to plan. Get ready. So if you're, wanting to manifest a husband or a dream job or a dream vacation or whatever the case may be, and I'm going to start reading, I'm going to answer your questions in a moment. Whatever the dream may be, what are you actually doing to prepare for it? If you want a baby, what are you doing to prepare for this baby? What are you doing to heal yourself on the inside, to take care of your health, to make sure that things are going right on the inside? What are you doing to meet a partner, to manifest a partner? And so some people call it blessing, some people call it manifestation. Personally, I call it manifesting. So I put blessings in quotes in the title. But when you manifest, you have to be ready for what is going to come. And so I was kind of left holding the bag because it's like, I had not been working out. I hadn't been, getting myself together, getting prepared, keeping my pictures up to date, making sure that my website is functioning and this, that, and the other, et cetera, et cetera. So listen. So listen, Arnie! Hey, Arnie! I'm so glad that you're here. Wow. And RB saying, don't stress, mom, you need a massage. I guess if you're ready to have grown children that are already out there in the world that you've never met yet typing on the internet, I guess you could do that too. So listen, right now, so listen, my mind is just so all over the place. So somebody asked, how can you reach out to me personally? My contact information is, just go to tonyatko.com and click on contact. Do I write out my manifestations first? You know what? I'll say this, and is it Taquisa or Takisa? Thank you, because I needed it. I'm working towards a goal myself, and I have plenty of to get in place. Yes. Start getting ready, because it's like, you know what? I knew that it was going to happen, and I was but I think that I had gotten so caught up in the process, so caught up in the struggle. I'd begun to identify so much with being that person that was pushing to get it, struggling to get it, that I really didn't create a plan for what happens once it's like at the end of the struggle is this thing. I really didn't plan for this thing. I had gotten myself so geared up for the fight that after the fight was over, I was left there like, oh my God, because like right now, there's stores, there are physical store locations that are working on buying my book from me wholesale. And so there are infrastructures that need to be in place to be able to wholesale books. And I didn't have that infrastructure in place. It was like I had gotten so caught up in this storm, like all I saw was this tornado. And we have to see on the other side of this tornado. Do I write my manifestations out first? I think the most important part is really feeling it on the inside. If you've ever heard of this thing called the mind body connection. So with the mind body connection, you're it's like, just think of yourself like having ciliae that are kind of like these things that just kind of vibrate out, like these little finger like things, right, from your cells, and they vibrate out an energetic field that you attract to you. And listen, this is going to be something very painful that I'm going to say to you all, but I want you to be very honest with me and write inside the comments, because I'm going to ask you a question and I need you to be honest with yourself. You don't have to be honest with me if you don't want to. However, I need you to be honest with yourself. So the question is, if you think back to all of your horrible relationships, your worst relationships, think back, okay? Answer this. Was there not a part of you that secretly enjoyed a part of that suffering, that secretly identified with the truth that was being confirmed to you from that horrible relationship? That there was a part of you in your being that called forward for that particular type of thing to come into your life because there was a part of you that needed to work that out? Answer honestly. I'm going to read your responses below. Because when I think back to some of my most painful relationships, I realized that there was a part of me that was my truth at the time. And that person confirmed my truth, because for me, one of the things that I did, that I used to do, is I would manifest in another person that which I wanted to be myself. So if I wanted to be successful or more Caribbean or more gentle, kinder, neater, worked out more, I would manifest that in another person that then would reflect that back to me. And there was this mismatch that existed because I wasn't living to be who it is that I wanted to be. I was attaching myself to another person, attempting to live vicariously through what it is that they had or brought. Okay? 123 is saying I didn't enjoy it though, but, and V Dot is saying I understand. Takisa is saying yes. Arnett is saying it validated my negative thoughts of me being worthy, of not being worthy, and gave me something that I used to work on instead of working on me. Exactly. And Amina is saying I didn't enjoy it, but I identified with being denied love. And Disco is saying, no, I didn't enjoy it because all I felt is suffering and become sick of it, but at low times have thought maybe that's all I deserve. And Daniel is saying, I literally had this same exact thought a few hours ago. And Key Sexy, go Sexy. I definitely learned from it and it changed me for the better. Okay. All right. And so I'll come back later and read the comments, but because, I've been doing something lately. So listen, when I tell you, oh, you know what? I'll put the link. Oh, you know what? The link for this book is tonyatko.com/books. And so I want to thank you all, to all of the people who have been buying the book. Sometimes you see a person promoting something and talking about something and you're like, who's really getting that? No, people are getting the book. People are taking the stance to create change inside of their lives, right? And I told you all, when I know something, you know something, I tell you what it is that I know, right? And in terms of manifesting, so this book right here is called The Book of Affirmation Self-Love. And when I was living in my car, you all saw what it was like because I was doing videos, the displacement of the dream diaries. And things were hard, they were tough, they were difficult. And one day I decided that I was going to get out of that situation. I didn't know how, I didn't know what, but I had the belief that I was going to be on the other side of it. And I began to say affirmations to myself, affirmations that projected me into a different space, that confirmed a different reality. And so these are the affirmations that I said. And then I went to school and became a certified clinical hypnotherapist with a certification in neurolinguistic programming. And I rewrote those affirmations to be most powerful for you. And so I read, so inside this book, each book, see, and it's so simple. Like there's so many of us who are like, oh, I want, you want to create the change, but our conscious minds have a difficult time creating change because our subconscious mind is what's controlling the script. So I actually did and said these affirmations, and it's so easy because it's inside of a book format with pictures. Each picture is a meditation in and of itself. I'm telling you all about this. And listen, and you all see on my channel, I do not promote stuff. I do not, this is the only stuff that you see me promoting. I promote what it is that I believe in, what it is that I know. And you don't see me on here with wigs and talking about buy these bundles. You don't see me doing any of that. You don't see me promoting coffee or ML. You don't see me doing any of that, right? Because I'm here to raise the universal vibration of the world. And I wish that when I had gotten started doing my affirmations, that some of you would have started doing yours too, right? So right now, I am still in a space where these affirmations still take flight in my life. And so when it comes to manifesting, there are certain things that we need to do in order to manifest. And if you are, it's like Einstein said that you can't solve the problem with the same mindset that created it. And so you have got to get that shift. And so right now, the reason why I'm talking about this and dating and all this other stuff, right, is because I've been looking back through some of my old journals, right? And so last night I decided, you know what, because I do my book at night. So basically, so basically, the way this book works is the last thing that you do before you go to bed is you write out. All you have to do is just write out the affirmation. Just repeat it. Look at the page and just repeat it. The affirmations are very deep and they're coded to be able to, they're coded with neurolinguistic programming to be able to shift your neurons linguistically and alter your programming into success. So one of the things that I've decided that I've started doing, right, is I've decided that I'm going to seriously start thinking about what type of partner I want, right? And I started imagining, you know what, what if there is, what if the world is not set in stone as we believe it? What if the world is a figment of our creation? And what if we could design the exact type of person for us and this person appears? What if? What if? What if? Right? Would it not be worth it to really sit down and think about exactly what it is that you want? And when I started thinking about what it is that I want in a partner now, I started thinking about what it is that I truly put out there energetically. So somebody asked, do you have to write down the things that you want to manifest? No, you don't have to write it down. Because whether you write it down or not, there is a vibration that you send out into the world. The life that you are living right now is a reflection of what you feel is possible, is a reflection of what you call forward to yourself right now without writing it down. The dysfunctional relationship, the lack of money, the feelings that we have inside of us, the relationship that we have with our parents, the relationship that we have with people inside of our lives that are frustrating us, the job that doesn't fulfill us that we stay in, the bodies that we have. There was a person who did a study. Well, several people have done studies. Why is it that people in France can eat all of this bread and butter and all this other stuff and not get fat? And then other people in America can eat the same bread, same butter, and get fat, right? And there was a study that showed, you know how there's the placebo and the nocebo effect? There was a study that showed that if in your mind you think that those foods are fattening, that it sends out a vibration, it sends out a chemical reaction that actually makes those foods fattening. Do you remember? Listen, look, how many of us lived on a diet of Oreos and soda when we were young and we had no idea about what fatness was or all this other stuff? Right. And the moment that we began to get a consciousness about, oh, these foods are fat, oh, we shouldn't eat butter. Remember in the 80s, there was this big push to not eat any fat? And then people's minds started, then we felt the guilt when we would eat fat and we did this, that, and the other. And then all of a sudden, that became our reality. We would sit there feeling those feelings of guilt and shame over the food that we ate. And then fatness became our reality. You know what I mean? So it's like with the Garden of Eden thing, where they were walking around, everything flapping and flowing, and everything was all right until they got the mind that, oh, this is wrong. And then they began to cover, and then all of a sudden, it was sin. Then all of a sudden, this was bad. But what was it before you began to feel the guilt and all of that other stuff surrounding it? It was natural. It was free. You were free. So, believe it or not, we are constantly manifesting. The issue is that there's so many of us. Listen, how do I put this so that we can all get on the same page, right? I became a certified clinical hypnotherapist. I know how to use words to program. I know how to put people into a state of hypnosis. I know. I do. I even know how to do rapid inductions to take you and pull you down into a hypnotic state and be able to plant suggestions. I know. And becoming a certified clinical hypnotherapist, one of the things that became painfully and glaringly obvious to us, to me, is that we are constantly being hypnotized by the messages that are all around us every single day. The things that we read and see on social media. The state of the world that we believe that we are in based on the things that are propagated into our minds and eyes each day. We sit there and we have a tremendous amount of negative self-talk. And it's important to be able to combat that negative self-talk. It's important to be able to combat. I'm going to do a survey. Let's do a survey. Let's do a survey. I need you to put up the number 1 if your phone is the first thing that you see in the morning or the last thing that you see at night. Put up the number 1. Put up the number 2 if it is not. 1 or 2. I want you to put up your numbers. So we got Miriam is saying 1, Kat saying 1, Carnisha, the Ladybug, Shuja, Limpa, Shelly, Diary, Mo, Feminine. So we have a lot of ones, ones, ones. And Jem is saying, I use it for my alarm, so I have to check it. I mean, there are a lot of us who do that. And then we got the notifications and stuff that start coming in. And now when emails come in, now the first few lines of the email are shown to us. So we don't even have the barrier to be able to cushion ourselves from whatever the message is. Okay. All right. So there's some people who don't sleep with their phones. Most of us, our phones are the last thing that we see at night and the first thing that we see in the morning, whether it's because of an alarm or whether it's because we have to set our alarm at the night or whether or not it's because we want to check our email or whether or not it's because of all of that, right? So my point is messages are getting in. On Facebook, for some reason, and I don't understand this, there's a different energy to Facebook than other social media. I find that people on Facebook are very angry for some reason. Very angry. There's like this, people write a comment, they have their own opinion, then all of a sudden here come other people commenting about giving their opinion about somebody else's opinion, and then they come back, how dare you have an opinion about my opinion. But if people agree, then it's okay. But if people don't, how dare you, and this and there's a blah, and then there's a lot of fighting and stuff. I'm just like, this is a lot. This is a lot. I'm like, what in the world is going on? it's like it's like if you open up your phone, and if you could give a physical view to what's going on, it's like people are just punching and swinging at one another, and they're like giving body slamming, elbowing, uppercutting, or putting people in the choke hold. And I'm like, this is pandemonium here, and I don't understand. And Momon is saying people will attack you even if you agree with them. It's bizarre. It's bizarre. And so listen. And Clarnisha is saying that's true. That's why it's important to fast from social media. You know what? And Shu just saying social media, a place to unleash the animal in you. Well, listen. Does it happen is it happening on Instagram now too? Now listen, check it out. Listen, check it out. Before Facebook bought Instagram, because they bought Instagram recently, was there a different energy to Instagram? Answer, please. Was there a different energy to Instagram? It's like, how they say the fish stinks from the head down? There's something about this Facebook machine, this Facebook animal, this juggernaut that is looming over us, that is orchestrating something that is increasing anger and vitriol. It's increasing anger and vitriol all over the place. So I just, and then also they recently bought WhatsApp, and even the energy of WhatsApp has changed. I stopped using Instagram as much. I even stopped using WhatsApp as much. I don't use Facebook as much as I used to. And a lot of that has been combated by this book of affirmations, self-love. My life is happier. My life is freer, more abundant, flowing. And I think that we need to be kept in a state of discord and unrest in order for these conglomerates to be able to enact what it is that they choose. Amina's saying, I've never been on Facebook or Instagram because I believe it's basically a branch of government. Don't need them in my business. Child, have you been on Amazon? Have you been on Amazon? Because Amazon has launched some facial recognition software. Amazon, Facebook, these other places have launched facial recognition software that they want to that they want to implement, that they want law enforcement to be able to implement. It's already, listen, if I know about it, it's already implemented. This is not just a thought, it's there. And so there was a person, I believe it was in oh god, where was it? Was it the Senate? I can't remember where the person was talking about it, but they were talking about the flaws in the program, because the program is designed by white men and most effective on white male and white faces, right? To be able to identify the different structures, right? And what they want is they want to unleash this to law enforcement, so that, and they've already begun to do it. There was a man who walked into an Apple store, black guy, and he fit the profile and he fit the facial recognition for a person who was wanted. And they bust into the Apple store and arrested this man. But there's a fault in the program, because it was not designed, it is not very effective on brown faces. So you already know that they got these people unleashed onto the people with their guns and their fear of black people. Now they're giving them the capability of getting false positives from this camera. Oh, this is a wanted, dangerous, wanted person. False positive. Now even more fear brought up inside of them. Listen, don't listen to me about it. This is not what this video was supposed to be about, but I want you to Google it. Google face recognition software, false positive black people. Google it. Just Google it, please. Google it. Oh Lord, El Ayana is upset. So is Veronique. Hey Vero. Uh, And 123 is saying that she believes that Tony Braxton believed vaccines affected her child with autism. One of the things that I've been one of the things that I've been researching is that the removal of natural iodine from our foods, with the inclusion of, we talked about this in a video that I did live, and I've made the video private because the company said that I said some stuff in the video that they didn't really want people to know, so I made the video private. But the lack of iodine in our diets is one of the things that's contributing to a lot of our health issues, as well as autism. So in the 1940s or something along those lines, I forget the year that it happened, but they started to remove iodine, naturally occurring iodine from our food sources, from our soils, etc. And it's had an adverse effect on us. Goiters and all types of thyroid issues and unexplained weight gain and holding on to weight and all of this other stuff. And so look, we getting deep now. We getting deep. We getting deep. We getting deep. We getting deep. We getting deep now. Okay, so Shuja is reminding us to thumbs up the video. Go ahead and thumbs up the video. I really didn't plan on staying on for long. I really just wanted to tell you all to prepare. Get ready for your manifestations to come in. Get ready. Oh, wait a minute. Amina is saying, I have two autistic boys, my oldest, my youngest. No vaccines, perfectly healthy. They can't tell me anything about it. I lived it. So you have, how many children do you have? Do you have four children? And the first and last did not have vaccines? All right. Tell us more about that. I want to hear. I want to hear more about that. I want to hear more about that. So listen, I'll say this, and then I'll take a few more. I'll read a few more comments. Oh, wow. So Annette is saying that, and that one of her that your child started showing signs of autism after vaccines. And Shimon is saying, have you heard of the idea of eating based on your blood type? Yes, I have. And I actually, when I read that book, I read the book, and when I read the book, I was stunned because the things that I naturally like to eat were on my list. And I was like, it's so strange that the stuff that I naturally gravitated towards were the things that were on my list. And I was like, yeah, this is really interesting. And at that point, I no longer felt guilt about not liking certain things. Like people are like, oh, all of these things are so healthy, blah, blah, blah. But I just never really, like, I'm not really a big tomato person. I'm not really like all of the stuff that I shouldn't be eating. I like eggplant, and I just never, this stuff was never, I never really liked that stuff. So let's see what we got here. The government gave you hell for a home birth. Oh, wow. And some are saying it's not vaccine, it's other things being taken out of your diet. I know iodine is one of them. Summer, tell me what else you've heard. So the name of the book is called Eat Right for Your Blood Type. And 123 is saying, Tanya, I've been thinking about what kind of partner I want as well. I'm striving to be more feminine and rest in it as you suggest. I'm not working like no donkey no more. I want the word donkey. A donkey. You're so funny. All right. Go ahead and thumbs up the video. We have 87 people on live and 45 thumbs up. Okay, healthy fat, magnesium. Tell me some more because I've heard of some of these, and I bought some, but I want to compare my knowledge, my information with yours. Okay, so Amina is saying I know it's a vaccine. She know what she know. So you know what? I think that it's healthy to maintain an amount of flexibility in what it is that we know to be able to get to the next level. And so all right. All right. So Shu just saying this is the most powerful and necessary conversation. Summer saying I will email you. I'm doing payroll as she's listening. You're at work. Are you work in human resources, or is I think it's does human resources or accounting do payroll? And Annette is saying research what vaccines are made of toxins. You already know that I'm drinking my raspberry vinaigrette, but people think my jar looks funny, so I ain't messing with y'all no more. I put fruits inside there, and I put my SCOBY in there because I had an extra SCOBY. So I took my SCOBY. I made in my last batch of kombucha. I took my SCOBY out, and a new SCOBY grew, and I was like, what is going on here? Because I took the SCOBY out, and a new SCOBY grew, and I was like, what am I gonna do with this SCOBY? So yes. I so I know my drink look crazy, so I keeping it off camera because people are telling me it look like pig foot juice, and I'm like, no, why would I be drinking pig foot juice? That's so disgusting. I don't even eat animals. Imagine me drinking the juice from the foot of one. Oh gosh. All right, so I think we got everything. So if you want to thumbs up the video, you have to close out the comments area, and then you'll see the thumbs up thing right there. So you close out the comments, you thumbs up, and then you open back up the comments area. All right. So I was just making this video to tell you all to prepare. to get ready for your manifestations to come in, to continue to hold and maintain that thought that they will come in, and then do the things necessary to get ready. And it's wow, just wow. Because I was oh, Freedom Speak, getting married soon, go girl. And Annette is saying, I love your vitamin E oil so much. It helped my skin. It helped my skin so much. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. I think I saw your review last night, so thank you for that. I'm going to respond to it. And for people who are still waiting on their vitamin E, please be patient. I'm packing as quickly as humanly possible. I was not prepared for the sheer number of orders that were coming through. So I'm still shipping orders from mid-April, and I keep running out of packaging and stuff because I don't have enough space to like hold unlimited amount. So I have to keep, so there's just some slight delays, but bear with me. I'm packing everything up as quickly as I can. And listen, I'm coming to New York. Oh God. This is what I'm saying. I did not really prepare. And the thing is, I knew the book was going to come and I was talking about doing a tour, but I just did not prepare. I didn't prepare. So I'm coming to New York. I'm going to announce the date, and we're going to spend a day getting down on the floor and digging deep into our issues and creating shifts inside of us. So we're going to get down deep and do some, I need to so you know what? It's like, so it's, hold on. So Freedom is in a polygamous relationship. You know what? I asked you about that in a comment, but then I get so many comments in that I didn't really see how to get back to your comment because I didn't know which video was on, but I remember we spoke about that briefly. But how many men are in your relationship? How many men and how many women? That's what I want to know. How many men/women are in your relationship? And she's the vessel saying, I missed the chance for the vitamin E. Please, please bring it back. You know what? There have been 3 people who have, well, there was one person who got her order canceled because she was writing me and harassing me. And she got her order canceled. Don't play with your girl. Don't play with me. So she got her order canceled. Another person tried to argue with me behind the scenes, and I told her she can get her order canceled. Then she demanded to have her order canceled. So I have 2 orders that are canceled, and so there may be more. There may be more. I don't know, because do not harass me. Everybody who places an order with me gets their order. That's another thing. I did not prepare for the sheer number of orders that came through. Next year, I'm going to plan and prepare. So if there is somebody out there who did not get a chance to order the vitamin E, hold tight because there have been some cancellations. So just make sure that you're on the mailing list, tonyatko.com/subscribe. There's 2 different ways that you can subscribe. You can get a free copy of my MP3 when you subscribe, or you can just subscribe to the mailing list. So Siobhan is saying, I received my order, Tonya. Thank you. I'm glad that you did. I'm glad that you did. And I'm glad that you did not harass me behind the scenes. But your name does look familiar, though. I don't know if your name looks familiar because you've ordered a lot of stuff, but your name just does look familiar. I'm bugging right now. And my lips is dry. I didn't want to put my vitamin E on inside the video because I don't want to rub it in people's faces if they. Okay. All right. Okay, so we're still talking about vaccines. So listen, Freedom, I need you to tell me how many men are in your relationship. 1 husband with 2 wives. And how do you, I'm curious, look, hey, you, How do you feel like, I don't even know what to ask. She said one husband and two wives. And Dupree is saying that vitamin E is awesome. I wish I'd ordered more. Dupree, did you leave a review on the website? Leave a review on the website. So welcome everybody. Welcome, welcome. And Ayana is saying whatever floats your boat. But you know what? It Everybody is different, and everybody has different needs and desires and driving forces, and it could be like having a friend, or all being friends. You know what I mean? All people being friends and having a partnership where you all work towards a particular thing. So, and you said you're getting married soon. So, are you guys having a ceremony? Are you guys having a ceremony? What do you do for legal purposes? Are you um are you are you guys forming a corporation so that assets can be split evenly? Because I want to know. I want to know. Freedom is saying me and the first wife have been friends for 20 years. I'm confused. How long have they been married? And China is saying you are so positive. I'm so grateful I came across your channel. Yeah, you know what? Thank you. I really appreciate that. I've been creating a profile of what it is that I want in a partner. And optimism is definitely something that is ingrained in a human being. It's part of that human's condition. And I partner who is I definitely want a partner who is optimistic as well. So, yes. So you guys are having a ceremony. I need to find out, are you all creating a corporation for assets? Are you creating a business entity? I need to know. Talk to me about business. Talk to me about assets and business entities, because because I'm not gonna, if somebody comes to mind, a person that many, I don't want you all to type this person's name or this organization's name in my comments, but there's a guy who promotes himself on social media, who 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 has a bunch of these different wives living outside of the country. There's a lot of controversy surrounding him and his clan, pack, or cult, whatever you want to call it. And I wonder what paperwork is being created. You know what I'm saying? So I wonder what paperwork is being created, what entity is created so that assets are split. I need to know. I need to know about assets and rights. I need to know about that. So talk to me. Talk to me. All right. Have you all had enough yet? Have we talked enough already? Yes, your sentence a little tripping up over there. Yes, we will have contracts in place. Okay. Did she say how long the friend and the man have been together? Oh, they have been together 5 years, married last October. So you and her were friends for 20 years. She brought in a man 5 years ago, and now you have come into their relationship as the second wife. So she did all the vetting and all the training. She trained him. She did all. I need to know more. Let me know, Freedom, if you want to come and do a live show with some call-in questions. Because let me know. Contact me privately. Contact me. And so Kavita is saying, Miss Tanya, are you practicing celibacy? Because I never hear you talk about having a man or a boyfriend. So what am I supposed to do? Come in here doing demonstrations of pussy popping on a handstand and show you how I'm doing it? What you want from me? What you want from me? Talk about you don't hear me talking about whether I'm celibate or whether I got me some cocky last night. I be like, I got some cocky last night and my back so tight and it fit me up right. Oh yeah. That's how you want me to do it? You want me to come in with my limp talking about, oh Lord, girl, the man bust it up good last night. What do you want from me? I don't understand this. How did this come into play right now? Oh, my battery's dying. Hold on. You all is so silly. I don't understand how we done got into Frenchie's business. The thing might freeze for a moment when it gets. Y'all see it froze. So for some reason it froze when once I plugged that thing in. Oh gosh. But I can still read comments and I see somebody been put in timeout. So listen. So I'm curious, how do we get over there to talking about whether or not Tanya getting penis? How do we get to that? How did we turn, and when did we turn down this street? You all are so funny. You all are so funny. You know what? I was you all know that oh, how do I put this? Amina said we done talked about everything. I said, apparently we did. Now we done got onto riding buddy. All right, so listen. In 2000, so you all know 2016, I lived in my car, and until 2017, I was working on repairing myself emotionally, physically, financially from that situation. Just really just kind of stabilizing. 2018 was when I started really just continuing to put one foot in front of the other. And 2019 is when all of the abundance is raining down. I thought that it was important. So, like, when I was broken, right? When I was broken, I was, I'm sorry, Freedom. As long as you've been on my channel, you don't know how to contact me. I'm not even going to answer that. I'm not going to answer that. It's an insult. It's an insult. So, when I was broken, my energy attracted people who were attracted to the brokenness. And I thought it was important for me to just be in alignment with what it is that I wanted to call forth from the universe. And when I was in that space, when I was, because there were times that, you know how we talk about the, like, the silly eye from your heart, your mind body connection, and how it has send those antennas out and it puts out these feelers. And there were times that I was desperate, and I had a tremendous amount of longing, and there was this emptiness that existed because I was in dire need, and I felt that it was important to not call forward. Now there were men who came forward wanting to help me. They wanted, and somebody say, need of what? I was I needed, first of all, I needed money. Let's start with that. I needed money. I needed financial security. I needed security. And remember we talked about one of my issues in dating is that I have attracted men to me who were what I wanted to be. That I would attract people to me who had what I wanted for myself, who were the type of people that I wanted to be. And so I thought it was important that I shift from attracting that type of person and really just worked on being who it is I wanted to be. Rather than living vicariously through another person, I decided to shift on the inside and be that person. Be that person so that there wasn't a vacancy that existed. And so I would be that person. If I wanted to be more educated, you all see I went back to school. So I was projecting outward and becoming satiated and satisfied from projecting outward and attracting that to me, attracting men with PhDs because I truly on the inside wanted my PhD, attracting men who were this, that, or the other because I wasn't living in my truth, men who had published books because I wanted to publish a book. And so I was satiating myself through the outside. And listen, I'm not telling you this because I want you to judge me in terms of good job or bad job or how, that's your issue. I don't have that issue. I'm not telling you this because I want you to have any type of feeling about me. My life journey is unique to me and my programming, my background, my higher self, what this incarnation that I came into this life, what it is that I had pre-planned to work on the evolution of my soul in this life. That's how it manifested in my life's journey. So my life's journey is unique. Do not compare yourself to my life's journey. Do not compare your issues to my issues. We were not meant to have the same issues, but I say this to you all so that you would know that it's okay to have done something a way in the past and have an awareness of it and be able to create that shift. It's okay. It's okay. So it's like, you all will come across a lot of different vloggers. However, not every vlogger is going to be able to be in a space to be able to say, these are some of the downfalls that I had, and it's okay. I want you to be able to know that your downfalls are okay. Wherever it is that you are, whatever it is that you're dealing with, you are okay where you're at. And so, listen, if you all really, 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 really want to get in there and shift that subconscious programming. I cannot stress enough how important it is for you to get the book of affirmations, self-love. I wrote this book. I created this book I wanted to make it as easy as possible for people to be able to rewrite their subconscious programming. So there's not a lot of reading in the book. It's a workbook where you actually write, where you actually get down and you do the work. And it's not hard work. So there's two different parts of it. There's two different parts to it where you just simply rewrite the affirmation. You just simply rewrite. That's it. All you have to do before you go to sleep at night is rewrite the affirmation. Who inside the audience, is there anybody in the audience who has their book? I want you to speak up about what your experience has been like with the book, because all you have to do is just rewrite the affirmation before you go to sleep. And the affirmation, it's like a seed that gets planted, and when you go to sleep, that seed starts to take root and it starts to bloom. And it's in, oh, I just, you all ask me for how it is that I was able and have been able to manifest certain things, right? And and Amina is saying, have people attacked you for turning in a new direction for the better? When you say attack me, what do you mean? When you say attack me, because when I was displaced, so Shelly, you have yours. So talk to us about, have you started to use it? Because I know the power of this book. And it's like, so often we're like, how do I change? How do I find the answers? How do I make this shift? And I'm showing you all exactly how. And it's very simple and very easy. So Shelly, talk to us. Talk to us about your how using the book has been for you. And so when I was living in my car, there were people who attacked me for living in my car. And part of the reason that I interpreted what they were doing as attack is because I was attacking myself. I was ashamed for not having money. I was ashamed for being in need. I was ashamed for not being self sufficient. And so so my energy attracted forward people who they themselves had all their financial issues. So it's like people are a mirror. So they attacked me, yes. However, my energy, I was very hard on myself. I felt like I was worth less when I had less. I thought I was worth more when I had more. And that was part of my journey in this life. So Shelly is saying, I just forget to do it at night. I think about it in the morning. No, you know what? It's either or. Either or. So there's two different ways to do it. Some people, so you have a window, right? You have a window right before you go to sleep and right after you wake up. And there's some people who are morning people, there's some people who are night people. Listen to yourself. Listen to what naturally happens in your life, how you're naturally gravitated towards doing it. Me, I'm a night person. So I do mine at night, and the seeds plant and they bloom while I'm sleeping. Like those affirmations will repeat themselves over and over because I'm a night person. Well, I'm a morning person, but at night when I'm winding down and things are, so you have half hour before you go to bed, half hour before you see. So you and I are opposites. So you're saying you're a night person. I'm not a night person. I'm a morning person. So I wake up, you all see me, I'm working out here 5:30 in the morning, right? So I'm a morning person. However, at night is when I am moved to do the workbook. So Shelly, just switch yours around. And you read there's instructions in there right on there's, I know you read the instructions. Some people just jump right into the book. But here's the instruction page right there. And it talks to you about doing it in the morning or at night. So I'm glad that you brought that up because I don't want people to think that you have to do it at night like I do. So when you do it in the morning, it jump starts your day. It penetrates first thing and then it blooms in the background. It runs like the process in the background as you're going through your morning and your ritual. So Shelly, talk to me. So have you done it in the morning? You said you think about it in the morning. Have you done it in the morning? And so Annette, I didn't even read your comment before. It has surprised me because I have done a lot of this kind of work. Your book is simple, direct, and makes me work on my thought process. Okay, perfect. Are you using yours in the morning or in the night? And so Shuja is saying you are so strong to admit this, your truth applies to us all. So that means that you are strong too then. All right. So Shelly says, LOL, I did. And yes, I think your comment was funny. I don't even know which comment we're talking about. So listen, freedom, the best way to reach me is on my, you can come to my website. You can write on the contact page and I get those. I say I get maybe from my website, I probably get about 7 messages a day on my website, 7 to 10, sometimes about anywhere from 7 to 15 messages a day. So I'm still able to see my messages. Once my phone picks up, it may be a little bit more difficult, but right now as we speak, I'm still getting messages from my website. So China is saying, of so, which video would it be? I don't know what we're talking about now. Oh, I'm sorry, this is off topic, but I was wondering because of them. Not sure if you have ever did a video on this, but have you ever spoke about your belief? I have not actually, but I am writing a book, another self-love book, which really goes into my beliefs. And Gondorf is saying, at the lowest points in my life, my father could be rather cruel and or direct so that I would think about what had gone wrong. Did he love me? You're damn right he did. What are we talking about? We, I'm lost. And Shelly's saying you're 10% when you sign my book. Oh, yes, 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 yes. Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. And V dot is back. All right. So Shelly, you're funny. All right. Okay. Yes, I remember because I signed that on the live show. That was funny. Okay. So listen. All right, everybody. We'll talk for a little while longer, and then I'm gonna jump out of here. I gotta work on getting my books over to getting my books over to Amazon. Give me one moment. I started putting cayenne pepper in my drink. I love it. It's spicy. Mm 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 mm. 1, 2, 3 is telling me I better drink on camera. No, I'm not drinking on camera anymore. Too many people made fun of me. I'm not doing it. Maybe one day I will again. But you know what? I'm missing messages. Shelly, do you do your book in the morning? Let me know. And so Annette is saying, keep some books for your workshop. Huh. And so Candace is saying, are you signing all the books before mailing? Listen, while I'm still selling the books, and if you want it signed, you get it from me because once they go over to Amazon, they're going to be the standard books. So what? So let me think for one moment. Yes, because I am, and Lori's saying you are too grown to care what others think. I don't care what others think. I don't care. Leave me alone. Leave me. Leave me. So I'm going to ship a few hundred books to New York because so Shelly hasn't used it in the morning. Okay, so Shelly, please start using it in the morning. Please use it when you the first before you touch your phone, before you do anything, use the book in the morning. Okay. Candace is so funny. All right. So what was so Shelly, use your book in the morning. Just use it. Just use it. You know, what I can't think of the word. I can't think of a fancy rhyming way to put it, but using it, doing what you can is better than not doing anything at all. So I know one particular woman, she's using hers in the day. That's not what the instructions say, but it's better to do something than nothing. So first thing in the morning, as soon as you wake up, before you grab your phone, before you do any of that, start writing in your book. So V Dot is loving the vitamin E and waiting on the books. I don't know your name, V Dot. Your screen name is V Dot. But let's see. You're waiting on your books. When you must have just recently ordered, because the books are the shipping of the books are more up to date than the vitamin E. And Dupree's saying, I've got to get my books. I really want to go through this with my daughter. She's 15. You know, you're giving your daughter a tremendous advantage by getting the book for her so young, you know. There are people who are buying the books for their 9-year olds, and it's like it's amazing how a child's life blossoms when they learn how to do affirmations. So there are some people who are buying now. So congratulations on getting your and Lisa, congratulations. So Ghost of GG is saying books on what? So Candace, you ordered, what did you order 3 weeks ago? It must have been the vitamin E because, oh, but you know what? If a person ordered the vitamin E and the books, there's a little bit of a delay because I didn't have packaging. For some reason, it didn't dawn on me that people would buy the vitamin E and the book. So I have packaging for the vitamin E and I have packaging for the book, but I didn't have packaging for both. And there were some people who bought, there were some people who bought 3 vitamin E's and the book. And I'm like, oh, how do I ship this? But I'm going to, for the people who, I'm waiting on the packaging. I'm waiting on the packaging. So let's see. Ugh. 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 Just bear with me, please. Yes, bear with me, cause the new packaging is shipping out on Thursday. So I'm hoping that I'll have it by Thursday, Friday. It's going UPS, so I don't know if it's going to be shipping on Saturday. So Friday, Saturday, let's say Monday, Tuesday. Oh, I'm sorry, it's stressful to me because the date, because I'm leaving California in 16 days. So with this thing shipping out on Thursday, okay, that's fine. If it ships out on Thursday the 6th, I should have it by the 12th, which means that I will have a week to get those out. I just have to work tirelessly. I just have to work tirelessly because there's a lot of orders. There's a lot of orders. So I'm going to get it done because I was able, yeah, I've been able to, I'm getting through these orders, but there's a lot of them. And then with the packaging issue, you know, yeah, so I'm just, bear with me. So yeah, the book comes with instructions. It has a full page of instructions, which tells you exactly how to use the book. So if you want, I'll read it for you. It says, how to use the book of affirmations self-love. This is a so Gigi the Ghost is asking, what is the book about? This is a book of, it's an affirmations workbook where you simply write the affirmations. They're constructed and worded in a way that shifts and penetrates the subconscious mind using neurolinguistic programming to change the neurons of your mind through linguistics. So I'll read the instructions for you all, right? So you can know. And this is for you. This is for you, young lady, because I'm sure you didn't read it if you didn't know that you could do it in the morning. All right. So here we go. This is a life-changing tool made of affirmations specially crafted by a certified clinical hypnotherapist to rewrite your subconscious programming. The first thing to remember is that this is your book. You own it, so write in it, scribble in it, and draw along it. This affirmations book is all about self love, so know that you are worth making this book your unique creation. There are no mistakes, so scribble away. Half hour before sleep, your brain enters into the theta state, and suggestions have an easier time penetrating into your subconscious mind. Oh my goodness. Choose any 2 pages and rewrite the affirmations in the space provided. Write it word for word or substitute words which resonate more with your particular taste. It is, oh my goodness, you know what? That is my bad. That is my bad. I did not state in the morning. Well, now we know what's going to happen in version 2 because I did not state in the morning. Write it word for word or substitute words which resonate more with your particular taste. Use the workbook pages to expound on your thoughts. Use additional pages/journals as needed. It is important that you physically write the sentences. Write it, feel it, then go to sleep. Repeat each night. Watch the magic unfold. You know what? I did not put morning in there. No, Shelly, it's me. It's me. Because I did not put morning in there, but... And Candace is saying, oh, my lad, you're so funny. Okay. Hey, Harajuku Barbie. Daijoubu desu ka? All right. And Candace is obsessed with keeping her books pristine and neat. All right. And the ghost is still here. So silly. All right. So listen. Yes. And don't worry, because I'm creating a website for the book. So Shuja is saying people must know that they have to personalize their own journey. Yeah, you know what? The thing about it is I've done it. I've bought books and refused to write in them. I've done it. So that's why I wrote that in there so that you can make it your own, write in it, scribble in it. And I'm getting ready. So for Christmas time, I'm going to have an addendum to the book. It's going to be more space because there are people who want to write the affirmations more than what's allotted in the space. So inside the book, there's spaces to write, but there are people who are saying that they want more space. So for Christmas, I'm going to create another. I'm going to create another, right? So this is one of the, I think that this, look how beautiful this book is. I wrote handwritten notes in it. There's so much handwriting in here from me because I want you to be able to handwrite yourself. So this is one of my notes, right? So look at the note. It says, we affirm many things to ourselves throughout the, let's see. We affirm many things to ourselves throughout our negative self-talk. So it is important that we give ourselves positive affirmations. All right. And I made them look like post-it notes. Isn't that cute with the little, I love it. Listen, be sure to handwrite each affirmation in the space allotted on each page. Handwriting the affirmations over and over. I wrote it back here. Look. Near sleep or wake. I wrote it in the back. I knew I had it in there. I had it in there, Shelly. Near sleep or wake is one of the most important steps. All right. I got it in there. I got it. I got it. Thank you. Shuja's saying because I can't imagine writing it. Shuja, you better write in the journal. Hold, let me go get my belt. I'm gonna get my belt. Write in your affirmations book. Ariel hasn't written in her. Listen. Write in. Oh my goodness. Write in your books. Write it. You know what? Listen, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you. All right. So this is my book, and I have autographed it to myself. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know why. I autographed it to myself because I'm a person too. So I autographed it to myself. And look, I write I write in my book. I write in my book because I know how important it is. I write in my book. I write in it. So I told you all I've been doing this for about a week. So I'm going to show you guys what I did, right? So remember I told you all that I was panicking. I was going through this mourning process because my book came out and I was so attached to the struggle. So this is the page that I started in inside the book because I needed to affirm to myself. So this is the page. This is the page that I started in. And you don't have to do the pages in order. Last night I decided to start trying to do the pages in order, and it really depends on how you want to do it. So I am worthy of greatness. Great things come to me with ease. And so this is what I had to affirm to myself to allow this abundance to come in. Because it's like when you're freaking out in your mind, like when you're overwhelmed, you don't want to have to start trying to think of how to do your affirmation, and you don't want to put some thoughts and ideas in there that are actually they're posed as positive affirmations, but they're actually affirmations that affirm lack. Like praying and being like, oh Lord, please give this to me. You're affirming that you don't have it. So you don't want, so when you're in a state of overwhelm, like I was in a state of overwhelm, I didn't want to try to think of how and what I need to say to myself. So I just went to the book and I just wrote it over and over again. I am worthy of greatness. Great things come to me with ease. I am worthy of greatness. Great things come to me with ease. I am worthy of greatness. All right. And S Shark is saying, I like the element of surprise and randomly opening a page. I like that too. There was one particular lady who said that she was going page by page. I like flipping to a page, and I like letting the universe bring a page to me. Where I flip through, and then the universe knows exactly what to bring to me. Like right here, each and every day more and more abundance flows my way. So when we start talking about self-love, what is self-love though, really? Self-love is participating in a certain, like, it can be very arbitrary. Like, okay, love yourself, but how? What are the things that are getting in the way of you loving yourself? So there are financial issues, physical issues, mental and emotional things that are going on with your family, things that are going on with your safety, things that are happening to you, around you. So each page addresses a different section of what may be getting in the way of self-love. So, like for people who are, there's so many of my favorites in here. This one I love. My father actually really likes this one too. because he got his book, of course, and he really likes this one. And men are on the outside, men seem very stoic and all that other stuff, but on the inside, men are going through a lot that they don't talk about. So this book has been an amazing tool for men to be able to be in the quiet spaces of their own, in their own quiet space, and be able to do the affirmations. So this is one that I really love and that my father really resonates with himself. So I am the manifestation of an ancestor's dream. And then there's a workbook part for you to do. So I asked some questions and you just need to write out in the workbook part. So I am the manifestation of an ancestor's dream. So powerful, so simple, yet so powerful. And when you go through these affirmations each day, it blooms and takes flight inside your life. It just shifts and rewrites. It shifts and it rewrites. So let me see. And China is saying, what do you mean the universe? And Shark is saying, tough but gooey on the inside. And some are saying, men are big sorties. I don't know what sortie means, but like shorty, softies, maybe softies. And China is saying, I need to order this for my sister and myself. And what do I mean by the universe? I personally believe that there is a universal energy that runs through each one of us. And I believe that all of our energies in unison, I believe that all of our energies are combined creates the divine. I believe that we are all a fragment of the ray of quote unquote God. I believe that there is a sun that is created by all of our rays, and that there is an intelligence that exists in this sphere. And this intelligence that many of us consider God, that I believe that this intelligence is inside of all of us. And if you ever do a past life regression, if you ever go into a hypnotic state to go back to the moment of your birth, you'll remember what it is like to come into human form. And all of the ideas that you want to express are put into this tiny little body where you can't really talk, you can't walk, and you can't really navigate your motor skills. So you have all of these things that you want to say, and then you come into this life, and you're in a body in which you cannot express it. And then you're being raised by people who have a certain mentality. And I believe that after a certain amount of time in human form, we begin to forget. And by the time we are able to speak, we can't really form the words to be able to spread all this wisdom and knowledge that we want to spread. And then sooner or later, we begin to become acclimated to our current reality. Do a past life regression. Do a pre-birth regression, and remember what it was like to come into this human life. And so somebody needs to be put in time out. And Shauna, you got your book already? Oh wow, that's dope. I'm glad that was quick. So look, so yeah, so tell me what your process has been like with the book. And so Candace is saying that really hit me. I'm the manifestation of an ancestor's dream. Yeah, like I said, that's one of my father's favorite ones right there. And if you really think about it, especially if we are here in this day and time, and depending on where your ancestors came from, there was a tremendous journey that we went through to get you to where it is that you are right now. So there was. And well, thank you to the people who are buying while we're online right now. T Grant, thank you. Thank you. And so you're welcome, China. You're welcome. So Candace, once it's mailed, you do get the tracking number. Oh yeah, like the video. Thumbs up, thumbs up. All right. So if there are, let me just take some last few questions and then I'll jump out of here. Okay, so Shanna is unpacking. Well, you know what? Congratulations on manifesting this move. I'm happy for you. So continue to unpack, get your book out of whatever box it's in and start doing it, and let's start manifesting this new existence. All right? Okay. So all right, so Shanna, yes, give me an update once you get started. Once you get started, I'd love to hear your update. I'm laughing at how I autograph a book to myself. All right, you bought yours a while ago. Did you order yours with the vitamin E? Because the and Lima's saying I watched some of your old videos. How come you stop hugging the camera? You know what? I still do every once in a while. Like if we have a tough conversation, I'll still hug. I'll still hug. So Ara's saying how to do a past life regression. There's a gentleman by the name of Brian Weiss who wrote a book called Many Lives, Many Masters. And he has videos online where he'll actually walk you through a past life regression. So Brian Weiss, last name is spelled Weiss. Weiss. All right. You all want to see something amazing before I get out of here? Let me show you something. Did you all know that a pineapple is kind of like a pine cone? Did you all know that? That you can pull off each one of these things individually? Let me show you. Because I learned this and I tried it. I was like in the car and I didn't have a knife and oh, 123. If you ordered in November, you didn't buy this book. You bought the other book. So if you want to switch it, to this book, let me know because you most likely bought the other book. All right. So I did not. So listen, so you can peel off each one. You see like this little thing right there. If you stick your nail inside of there, right? You see that? You can pull off a nice little juicy chunk. Do you see this? And you could just go round in a circle. Listen, I did not know this. And they don't grow from trees. They grow from the ground. But yes, I just discovered this and I'll never go back to the old way of eating. I'll never go back to the old way of eating. So listen, you could just pull these up. And they're easy. Once they're ripe, they're easy to peel off. And you will never go back to the other way because and Shernon's father is hating on her pineapple. Cut it the other way. Tell Pop he need to come to this camera and learn a thing or two. Tell Poppy come. Look. And you get so much more rather than cutting it the other way. So much waste. So much waste. And the core comes out nice and small. But I had some difficulties on this one. Listen, if you have some pineapples, just get yourself, and. I'm telling you, it comes right off so easy. this. Less waste. Look, you get all of that nice juiciness out of there. And it's sweet. And you don't overeat it when you eat it like this because you work harder. You work harder to get it off. Oh, goodness. Love. So, yes. I forgot what we were saying before I went to go get my pineapple. But somebody saying they learned so much more than self-love. I know, right? So 123, you were saying that you ordered the other book? So you didn't get this one. Okay. Transfer it over to this book. Just let me know. Let me know and I'll get it over to you, okay? Ugh. Right, so the other book is not finished written yet. The one that you pre-ordered, I'm still writing that book. So that's why I'm saying you can switch it over to this book. So just let me know, okay? Just let me know. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. I love this. All right. So look, I'm going to have to start getting out of here. Listen, last minute questions. Okay, so the book associated with the Indiegogo is the other book, the Shift to Self-Love. So if there's anybody who bought that book from the Indiegogo and you want to switch over to this book, which is ready now, then please let me know and I will switch it for you. All right, so just let me know. Good day, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So just let me know, all right? Mm-mm-mm. All right. Last minute questions before we get out of here. And so Shelly wants to know, when will I talk about getting a trailer? I'm going to create a whole entire support system for people who are interested, for women who are interested in getting trailers. So Shelly, you're saying you will wait. Okay. Well, you know what? No, that wasn't Shelly who said that. It's 123 Creations. All right. So okay. All right. Mm. I'm gonna put my pineapple down because I just love it too much. Love it. I love it too much. All right. Okay. So last minute question. Speak now. Speak now. Speak now or forever hold your peace, or at least hold your peace until the next video. Or you can email me. Or you can email me. All right. Hands are sticky. I need to wash them. All right. So 123 wants everything. There's no, you can switch your order over. It's okay. It's okay. So, and China's saying, please write the other book or do a video. I love your energy and would love to know more and understand about your spirit. You're so sweet. Hey, top model Missy. So yeah, so I'm in the process. I just have to get these books shipped and to just settle down a little bit more so I could get back to writing. Because like right now, while I'm working on all of these vitamin E's, All right. So those are the last questions. I'll leave it because there's a little bit of a delay, so I'll leave it open a little bit longer, and then we're gonna jump out of here because I gotta get these books over to Amazon and etc. etc. All right. All right. So 1, 2, 3 is saying no. She wants everything. You're awesome. Everything is awesome. Oh, man. All right. We've been on for 1 hour and 40 minutes. So I don't know if Freedom Speaks is still here. But Freedom, yes, please let me know if you want to come on the show and do a segment with some call-ins, etc. All right. So it you know what? It looks like I am in one particular place, but I'm actually on the road right now. So it makes things a little bit more difficult when I'm on the road. So like let's see if you can see the place shake. I'm gonna try to shake the place. I'm gonna try to shake it. Do you see that? You can't see. Oh yeah, you see the thing moving back there? Let me try to shake it. Okay. You see it shaking? I don't have my jacks down. I'm connected to the truck. So I'm not on the ground. I'm actually connected to the hitch. That's so funny. Oh, goodness. I don't know why I find that so funny. I don't know why, but I'm just tickled. I'm tickled by that. I can't even figure it out. I can't figure out why I think it's so funny. I think because I don't know. I don't know. It's just a part of my sense of humor. So listen, thank you everybody for coming out. I'm going to jump out of here and continue to work on getting my books over to Amazon. If you have not gotten your self-love affirmations journal yet, please get yours. If you have yours, write in it. Write in it. Write in your book. Do it in the morning. Do it at night. Do it in the morning or at night, or do it in both. I personally, what I've been doing lately, one of my techniques. Shelly saying when the trailer goes to rockin', don't come and knock it. So silly. I know, right? I can only imagine what that would look like from the outside. Because it really does rock. It rocks. Let me. It's yeah. It's difficult to do. It's hard to get it to move, but it does move. Too funny, too funny. But you know, made me lose my train of thought. I was gonna say something. If you haven't gotten your book yet, go to tonyatko.com/books. Get your affirmations journal, rewrite your subconscious programming. Make that dedication to yourself to create change now. Create change, create that shift. All right, I will see you all later. Bye, V Dot. Bye, Shayla. Shia Baker, Shelly Hunt, everybody, Lima. Thank you all, Miss Ebo vibes. Everybody, China love. Thank you all, thank you all, thank you. If I forgot this, if I didn't get a chance to say your name, that's because the comments were too far up. All right, Dupree, Summer. Have a good day, everybody. Peace and love, Shelly. Remember, do your book in the morning. Come back and let me know. That's a great way to. Oh, that's what I was saying before I lost my train of thought into laughter. I've been writing in the journal at night, and then in the morning, first thing I do is I read the workbook. You know, and Summer needs a hug. Here you go, Mama. Here, take a hug. Ah, love, 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 love. Love, love, love. Go out there and love one another. But most importantly, what? Love yourself. Love yourself. And part of loving yourself is investing in creating the most functional, highest highest vibrational version of you. That's what loving yourself is like. And you can get there through many different means. I found that a very easy way, I created an easy way to create a shift, and that's inside this book. I'm going to start making videos again. Most likely Wednesday. I haven't been in the mood to make videos because I'm packing up boxes and packages and stuff like that. So I have you all seen the packaging that the book comes in? I'll show you real quick. This is the packaging that the book comes in. So if you see this in the mail, just know you got goodies. So this is the packaging that it comes in. So that's part of what I'm waiting for, the new packaging. But if it doesn't come in sooner, I'm just gonna have to, because the vitamin E can't fit in here with the book. It can't fit in here with the book. So I've been trying to figure out how to ship the vitamin E and the book so that if anything happens to the vitamin E, the book doesn't get damaged. But I'm thinking I'm gonna work it out. I'm gonna work it out because the packaging is supposed to be shipped on Thursday. So we'll see. We'll get it. We'll get it. All right. So everybody, I appreciate you all coming out. I miss these talks that we would have. I miss you all very much. All right. So I will see you all in the next video. All right. Wait, what happened? Melissa just wrote some beautiful words and then she deleted them. Bubble wrap, plastic. Oh, Shayna, cannot. I'll pretend I didn't read that. Won't you just tell me to slap it in some styrofoam? Ah, I cannot. I'm gonna pretend like I didn't see that. Goodness. Oh, you deleted it now? You tried to delete it? You can't delete it now, Shane. I already read it. I read it already. You see she tried to delete her comment? Don't try to delete it now. Don't try to delete it. Oh, goodness. I'm just messing with you, but there's that's part of the issue. Finding sustainable packaging that or at least the minimum amount of waste. And hopefully, listen, if I send you something, please reuse it. You know, mail something else and it recycle it. You know what I'm saying? Shipping tubes. So I'm gonna roll up the book. And Cakes is saying, is she pregnant? Yes, I'm pregnant with ideas. Yes, I'm pregnant with ideas. I will be pregnant. Look, don't worry. I'll be pregnant one day. Pregnant ain't an insult once you get to a certain age, doggone it. It's a wish. You know what I'm saying? Somebody say, who's pregnant? Is it Tonya? Yeah, I'm pregnant with ideas. Don't worry, there'll be a baby in there soon. Not soon, but listen, the first things first. First things first. Let me manifest. Let me manifest. Oh no, Cakes, it's okay. If your name is Cakes, that means you got some weight on you too, so don't worry. You're so funny. You all are so funny. Oh gosh. Oh, you all are so funny. Cake is such a delicious word. I love that word cake. It just, the way it just sounds and feels, just feels delicious. It just feels delicious. I like cupcake too. I like the word cupcake. Cupcake. Muffin, not so much. It used to be a better word before they tried to change it into some muffin top. But muffin is an all right word, but cake is better. I like cake. Maybe that's what got me to these issues right now. My like of cake. I like cake. Oh, you all are so funny. You all are so funny. But I have been working out each day, working on getting healthier. I miss the rest of those herbs and stuff that the young lady was talking about. So I am going to be I am working on I wanted to, but you know what, I gotten all of these different things, selenium, magnesium, iodine, boron, all of these things to help recalibrate me on the inside. However, so I see somebody needs to get put in time out. Don't come here with your promotions. All right. I wanted to get all of my blood tests, my blood work done. Do I have an indoor garden in my trailer? No, but I do have some flowers that I need to leave with a flower sitter. I have some plants and flowers, but they're outside right now. And my flowers are blooming. They're so beautiful. They're like purple. Cookie pies, Candace. Listen, you might have to do a candida cleanse if you craving sweets like that you on the broadcast fantasizing about sweets. Oh, China is so sweet. China is so sweet. She's giving me compliments. And Cake is saying, I love living on the road. I love living off the grid. This is my dream life. And I didn't even realize that it was going to be my dream life. Sometimes things happen and it leads you towards where you want to be. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Oh, hold on. So listen. So Caribbean style pound cake. I wonder what is the difference between Caribbean style pound cake? Oh. Oh, yes, yes. You know what? Because the only type of pound cake I've ever had has been Caribbean pound cake, except for like Entenmann's. I don't think my grandmother ever made my grandmother, because I'm Caribbean American. My mother was American, my father's Caribbean, and so like I don't think my mother's mother didn't really make pound cake. She made cobblers and sweet potato pie and that type of stuff. But pound cake has come from the Caribbean side, and yes, I don't know what it is about it, but it just has this scent and this flavor of magic. It's just, I think it's the essence of almond. And then that crust on the top of just buttery goodness. Oh, oh, you know what? I think I might need a candida cleanse too. I think I might need a candida cleanse. I think I might need a candida cleanse. LA Shore is new to the page. Hey, LA Shore. I just saw you commenting on somebody else's I saw you in the comment section. It was either on Paris Milan or Chrissy's page. I saw you. I saw you because I remember that picture and that name. Cuz I was like, isn't it supposed to be Jersey Shore? Ah. So Candace is saying, I cannot wait to live off the grid in a dope RV. We are getting life through you. You're so sweet. Pineapple and cakes. I know, right? Yeah. So me personally, I'm getting ready to do a candida cleanse because I'm getting away from eating sugar. I stopped eating sugar for a while, and then I was like, oh, I don't know. I don't know why I started back again. But I never had a caramel cake. Caramel. That doesn't sound good. That doesn't sound good. Candace is dying. What's going on? Lord, we gotta pick. Listen, we gotta pick our words more clearly. You frightened me. Lord of mercy. You frightened me. Oh, goodness. You all are so silly. Candace, you just scared me, child. Oh, goodness. So funny. But yes, yes, yes. We Candida can, because you know what? Candida lives inside your intestines and it controls your mind and it makes you what in the world? Candace means Candida. I don't know where you getting that from. Hopefully not. And she says she's very fibrous. I don't know what that means. Yeah, but you know what? There's so many different ways. Just start looking up Candida cleanses. And Cakes is saying, do you want to get married? I will be married. I will. It's not so much a matter of want. I think when we like the whole purpose of this video, I I think we get so caught up in the longing and the desire that we really don't put ourselves in the awareness of it actually happening. We identify with the desire for it to happen. So it's not so much as though I want to get married. I will be married. I will. I will. And there's a version of me in the future who is married. And I'm doing some steps right now to manifest my man. Top models talking about I will marry Ralph Smart. What in the world? Is that how that's going to go down right there? That's funny. That's how that's happening. I'm gonna marry Ralph Smart. Oh gosh. Why do I think so many sisters are unmarried? I think there's lots of different reasons. I think that there are a lot of reasons why a person either chooses to marry or not to marry. And I think that a lot of our benchmarks are on marriage alone. Let's talk about happy partnerships. Let's talk about functioning partnerships. Let's talk about elevated partnerships that help to ascend you to the next level. Let's talk about that, because much of what it is that we may be seeking in another person, we can actually create that inside of ourselves. You know what I mean? First of all, a marriage is not a joke. It's not easy to take another person with all of their flaws and issues and the things that they came into this life to work on and promise to love this person forever despite how you may change and how they may change, and inviting this other person into your life. And I think a lot of us get caught on the I want to be married. I want this. I want that. That they don't really take the time to really enjoy being able to come and go as they please, not having to consult another person to make decisions, not having to have another person's finances combined with yours who has different spending habits or saving habits. Listen, and Ayana is here talking about devil food cakes. I think Ayana is started watching the broadcast and is behind a little bit. You know what I mean? So listen, enjoy being single, enjoy learning yourself, enjoy preparing yourself for union. You know what I mean? And as we know, the way that I'm suggesting, a very simple, easy, look at this, how beautiful that is. I put spot UV on the books so that it will shine on the flowers part and on the golden part. So in this book, there are many colorful pages that have powerful affirmations created with neuro-linguistic programming to change the neurons of your mind and actually wire you for self-love. So somebody is saying, I've heard that black women say the reason is black women can't find black men on their level financially, academically, etc. So Sandra is saying, I see you with an introverted, wise businessman. That's so interesting. I see something along those lines too, but not introverted, reserved, international businessman at that, international, with businesses that are thriving in many different countries, international businessman. That's what I see. That I see that. Yes, I do see that. I see that. And Ayana said, I think he like white women. I guess maybe she's talking about Ralph Smart, you know? So yes, I do see that. I do see that. And I'm putting myself in the, I'm telling you, the self-love affirmations workbook manifests so much into your life. It's after I started doing this workbook that working out each morning has just come naturally for me. Like it used to be a struggle. I had to force myself. It was difficult. But doing the self-love affirmations workbook, it's like, you know what the beauty of the affirmations workbook is? The beauty of the affirmations workbook is that when the affirmations get in there and your life starts to change, it starts to change as a thought that comes from your own mind, as a feeling that begins to rise inside of you. It doesn't feel like, the change does not feel like you're being forced. It just feels like this natural evolution. Like you wake up one morning and you're like, you know what? This is the truth. This is the truth. Listen, I'm telling you, those of you who know, you know, you know. Those of you who know, you know. Top model is being vulgar. She's talking about infinite waters coming from women. Lot of mercy. And Shauna is saying, would still be living in a trailer with your future man. You know what? I love this trailer so much. So, and you know what? And that is a good question, because I think that when we start thinking about our partners and how our partners fit into our lives and us and theirs. So I love this trailer so much. So basically, my partner and I are going to live a very fluid life. We're going to live a very fluid life where we will travel in the trailer. However, he has properties in different places. So we're going to do a lot of traveling. We have properties in different places. And so we're going to move around a lot. So when we're traveling internationally, the trailer will be in storage. When we come back, we're going to, when we're in the United States, we'll be in a trailer. I would much rather be in the trailer than to have a static loft someplace. When we get older, we can like get a stable static place to stay, but for the time being, while we're young, we want to see the country, when we want to travel, etc. So yeah, so that's pretty much how we'll do it. So I don't want to say too much. I don't want to say too much. I don't want to say too much. So, you know what? But no, he doesn't even need a trailer for traveling. He has properties. He has properties in different countries. So, he doesn't need to also have a trailer. And this trailer right here is actually big enough for both of us. So, we're good. We're good on this front. We're good on that front, on this front. And so Sandra's saying, I'm loving numerology matches. Tanya, I need to know his life path. You're so funny. And Candace, you're welcome. And beautiful one. Sandra is saying that Ralph Smart is extroverted. You haven't met Ralph Smart. You haven't met Ralph. Ralph Smart is not extrovert. You know what? I forgot I'm broadcasting live to the world right now. It feels like we are in a little girlfriend circle. Don't get me to start talking and putting my foot in my mouth like Aisha Curry, and then you all start blaming me, talking about you was having girlfriend chatter with the world. I'm talking about a man who's a well-known YouTube personality, all out in the open. Oh Lord, you're getting me in trouble. You. China is saying, how do you order the book? If you go to tonyatko.com/books. So this is how you spell Tanya. You see it's TONYATKO.com/books. Or even if you just go to tonyatko.com, when you scroll down, you'll see the book right there, and then you can just click on it. Sandra, no, you know what? I'm just to be forthright. I only met Ralph once. I met Ralph once at a party. We have a picture together on my Instagram page. Why don't you go check it out? Let me tell you. Let me tell you. Ralph Smart's energy is so, oh my goodness. Like you saw that pineapple? Oh my goodness. Just imagine just citrus and pineapple sweetness and goodness. His energy is just so juicy and just so delicious, right? I understand why people gravitate towards Ralph Smart, because Ralph Smart, he just has just, his energy is just, his energy has colors. It has colors, and it has movement, and it has vibration. And I enjoyed his energy when we met. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed his energy when we met. It was it's like, you know what his energy is like? His energy is like, when you see those commercials of the orange peel being peeled off, and that spray of citrus just comes out, a fine little mist, and it's so slight, but it leaves the air so fragrant, and where it goes, you can feel the trail of that mist from the orange peel. That's what his energy is like. It's fresh, and it's effervescent, and it's light and pungent, because the oil of the peel of the orange is powerful, powerful. I enjoyed it, I tell you that much. I enjoyed his energy. His energy was nice. It was nice. However, I'll say this, right? I'll say this. When you're a person like Ralph Smart, right, you have to realize that a person, first of all, Ralph Smart is a human being, right? Ralph Smart is a human being. So no matter how connected and vibracious a person is on the inside, you have to remember that all of that is still coming through a human filter. There are no perfect people, and there are people who have come through this life to achieve certain things, right? So I'll say this, right? I'll say this. The space that Ralph Smart holds is not an easy space to hold. Because in order to hold that space, there has to be a certain level of disconnection that you have from other human beings, right? There has to be a, there has to be a, for two different reasons. One, when you hold a space where people think that you are on a certain vibration, right? You don't really have the opportunity to be human. You don't have the opportunity to make human mistakes and have human F ups. So you have to maintain a distance from people, because it's kind of like with Oz, with like the Wizard of Oz, how you pull back the curtain and you realize that this big, big, loquacious, bombastic voice is really on the inside just a man, right? And so when you hold a space, like being in the spiritual world is not an easy world to be in when you're a spiritual teacher or a spiritual guru or whatnot. It's not an easy space to be in, because you can never let human beings get close enough to be able to see the man behind the mask, to see the man behind the mirror or the woman behind the mirror, right? This is why I keep it raunchy on my channel. This is why at any moment I'll talk about pussy popping pon the handstand. This is why I keep it gully, and sometimes I keep it gutter. Because I do not want people to put me in this glass vase. I don't want to be a Fabergé egg. I don't want people to regard me. Look, go to my Facebook page. I argue with people on my Facebook page, right? Because I don't want to be in a position where people think that I am their Lord and Savior, where I am their goddess and they want to bow down and pray to me. I do not want that. I want people to know, this is why I talk about my issues, because I want you all to know that me is human, just like Ono. I'm human, just like you. So it's like, I don't want that separation. And so yeah. So, so listen. So Smart's energy is juicy, it's vibrant, it's citrusy, it's wonderful. It's like, it's cottony, it's candy-y, right? However, I don't envy Smart. I don't envy him, because where he is a very difficult place to be. And yeah, it's a difficult place to be. And so yeah, it's a difficult place to be. So I respect him for what it is that he's doing and where it is that he is. I respect that. I respect that. And I respect the difficulty of it. And I also my heart breaks for anybody whose money is dependent on them having a perfect image. I my heart breaks for anybody whose income is dependent on people thinking that they are superhuman. Could I see top model Missy? Could I see myself dating Ralph Smart? That's an interesting question, and one that I find highly inappropriate. I find that question highly inappropriate. Um, could I see myself dating a person like Ralph Smart or the actual Ralph Smart? I don't know Ralph Smart. And I think a lot of us women, we meet a person and we spend a lot of time fantasizing about the idea of this person, so much so that we fill in all of these blanks. Like, so you have a person, and you don't know that person. You haven't spent time listening to that person? Like, do I love the energetic vibration I felt when we met? Yes, of course. But as a human being, who is this man? Like Harpo? Who this man? So no, but who is he as a human being? What are his driving forces? What are his skeletons, his demons? What are the things that he hides from? How is it that he shows up as a human? So when we so this is so and I think what happens is that a lot of us, we immortalize people, and we create these deities out of them. This is why I keep it gully, gutter, and raunchy, and why I bring us back down to earth, because I don't want to be deified. I don't want to be idolized, where a person could be like, oh, like people still write to me and they propose marriage to me. Yes. Lord, people propose to me in my inbox. They do. They do. People propose to me in my inbox, and there's so many missing pieces. And I'm glad we've been on this broadcast for 2 hours, so that since we're so buried deep into the video, most people will never get to this part of the video. So that's good. I'm glad we've buried this, right? So I will say that what we what we what we do is we get these people who are complex human beings. And if there's a man who tells you that men are simple, he's speaking from a place of lack of self-knowledge, because he doesn't really know himself. He doesn't know the complexities that exist inside of his life. Human beings are complex. So could I see myself dating a person, dating Ralph Smart? I don't know Ralph Smart. And I think that we owe it to people to present who it is that they are, and ask them questions, and get a sense for their vibration as they're answering those questions. Because some of us jump in too quickly, because we feel the soul recognition. We feel that soul's knowing. Oh, I recognize this person on a soul's level. When I was like I read tarot professionally, right? And people paid a lot of money to speak with me per minute. One of the things that I saw a lot is that people stayed in relationships with people that they felt a soul's knowing towards, not really realizing that some of those lessons that came from that soul's knowing were painful lessons of growth, that were meant to be there for a time, and then you shift out of it once you've learned your lesson. So I think what ends up happening is a lot of us jump into these relationships because we feel a recognition with another person. Our soul recognizes them, right? Their soul is familiar to us, right? And we I just read something about serial killers down there. I cannot with some of you people sometimes. Some of you need to sit down. So listen. So there's a soul recognition that we have. And so on a soul level, of course, you know me on a soul level, and I know you. We know one another because we come from one universal energy. We are all of the same light of the love of God, right? We are all a ray of the light, right? However, who is it that we are as human beings? What is it that created the profile of Tonya? What is it that created the profile of this other person over here? So yes, we have these bare souls, right? We have these bare souls that connect, that spark, We recognize other souls that we've come into contact with in other lifetimes, right? However, this is the only lifetime. Remember, like I said, and I'd write more about this inside the book, the shift into self-love book that I'm currently writing. I go into this in depth and in detail. Our higher selves, we came into this life for a reason. Me person, and we spend many years trying to figure out what that reason is. What is the lesson? Where's the soul's growth for us in this lifetime? For me, the theme that's come back over and over again is finding healing without closure. You know how we like things tied up in a nice, neat bow? For me, it has been the ongoing theme that comes up over and over again is finding closure, finding healing without closure. I was molested as a child, and I was then when I became a teenager, this person died, and I was made to go to his funeral because no one knew that this person molested me. And then I was very shaken up at the funeral. I told my mother what this person had done to me, and she got me therapy. I had to go on the process to heal myself without ever being able to confront this person, without this person ever being alive to answer for themselves. So I had to find healing on my own. How do you find healing when you cannot confront your perpetrator? How do you, or your assailant, how do you find healing when that is not an option, right? I went away to college. I was halfway into my sophomore year when I got a phone call. Now, earlier in that day, I had felt this tremendous pain that nearly knocked me off of my feet. It nearly took me down. I felt this pain. I felt this blow, right, earlier in the day. And then I got this phone call. My mother was dead. My mother was dead. And so I was away at college. I had not spoken to my mother. I spoke to my mother regularly. I had not seen my mother in person. How do you find healing when the person whose physical body brought you into this life, you never got a chance to say goodbye? How do you heal from having not seen this person, all of these things unsaid? I was a teenager when my mother died, and we know how teens are. I was going off to live my best life at college, and I was away from home, thousands of miles away from home. And I get this call that my mother is dead. I had not become a woman yet. How do you find healing? How do you find healing when you can't have those closure conversations? When you cannot say goodbye? When you cannot say, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for being a terror at times. I'm sorry. How do you find healing with conversations left unsaid? So I say all of that to say that there is a theme to each of our lives. And we've got to take the time out to figure out what our life's theme is. And so when it comes to for my life's theme, it has been healing without closure. There's no goodbye, no goodbye. But you have to find healing nonetheless. That has been mine. So that answers the question about this whole, could I see myself dating this person? Though there may be a soul recognition, what has this human being gone through? Who is this human being? And how does their life's journey align with mine. So, no matter who the person is, there is something that your soul came onto this earth to grow and expand into. And there are circumstances that came into your life, whether it was a molestation as a child, being born to drug addicted parents, having a drug issue yourself, bouting with homelessness, bouting with abuse. What is it that you came to this earth to learn? I don't believe that there are any mistakes, and I don't believe that there is blame. I believe that we have to give thanks for each of our lessons, even if that lesson is disruptive, painful, violent, abusive, that there's some nugget in there for us. Okay, let me read some of these questions. And Kevin is saying, I realized that when I saw my mother's yearbook after she had died, and I realized that I did not really know the woman who gave birth to me as her own woman. And then, and you see, and that's the thing. That's the thing. So many of us, children are born selfish. They're born selfish because they have to be. Because if a child does not cry from hunger, it may never get fed. It may get fed, but this poor child may be starving by then. Right? And Kevin is saying that's just been hard for me to deal with since then. So then, Kevin, you have to ask yourself. You chart it out. You know what? There's another workbook that I want to do to help us find our patterns. How do I do this? Because I want to. I'm coming to New York, and I'm going to do, where are you located, Kevin? Talk to me. I'm going to do a workshop in New York. I'm going to go and do a workshop in DC. I'm going to see how many people I have up in Connecticut, but Connecticut people can come down to New York, and I'll see how far I can go out, because I'm going to be in New York for a little more than 4 weeks. And so, Kevin, find the theme. Find the theme. And so, what about a workshop on finding your purpose? So, Candace, we're going to be in Manhattan. We're going to be in Manhattan. You know what? The crazy part about it is, let's see. Because, see, you know, with me, so listen, Philadelphia people, you can come to DC. You can come to DC. You can come to the DMV area. If you're in Philly, Philly's or you can come to New York. Philly is 2.5 hours away from New York. Bring your ASS to New York, or bring your behind down to Phil or down to DC. I have it. Listen, I'm in the process of planning it. Sandra, I'm writing a book called Lessons from a Motherless Child, what I learned about love, sex, and self-esteem the hard way, so you don't have to. So I'm writing that book. And so don't worry, that's coming, but please give me some time. Give me some time. So yeah, so I'm going to create the tickets. That's another one of the things that I need to do today, because I just got my plane ticket to New York yesterday. And so one of the things that I think I'm going to do is, I think I'm going to just start getting on the road. So I want to come out to the UK. I want to go to Nigeria. And I want to go to the Caribbean. And then I'm going to go to New York for a month and do these different areas. So China, bring your butt to New York, or come down to DC, right? Um I'm going to create, you know what? I need to book the space. Remember we were talking, and Sandra saying your hubby might be there. Yeah, you never know, right? Or on the plane on the way back. You never know. Listen, you never know. You never know. You never know. Shush, 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 shush. Shush, shush, shush. All right. So China says she can use a vocation. All right. Well, are we talking about welding? Are we talking about welding, or refrigeration repair. If you're gonna get a vocation, let me know. All right. Oh, listen, I just spoke to a Dominican friend of mine yesterday. No, Dominican Republic is off limits for me. It's off limits for the time being. Because you all know I was robbed when I was in the well, I was pickpocketed in the Dominican Republic. The guy that who was supposed to be assisting me, I have an hour long video. I have an hour long video on YouTube of my whole story. How the guy came into my doggone hotel room with a gun. It was just too much. Just too much. Just too much. The video is on there. Just look up Tonya Tko in Dominican Republic. So just go look that up. It was a wild story. Wild story. So, I'm going to be booking my spaces. So we're going to do New York. I'm going to come down to the DMV area. And then probably I'm going to choose one more place. But I need to figure out how far I can go out to be able to get the how far I can go out. All right? So listen. All right. I love you all. I'm gonna jump out of here. We've been on here 2.5 hours. I think this is my longest broadcast yet. Longest broadcast yet. All right. Yes. So listen. Did I see the new India Irie video, Steady Love? I did. I did. I did. I saw it. I think Atlanta's a little too far for me to drive on this trip. I think I have to, because Atlanta's a 13-hour drive from New York. So because I'm going to have my trailer in, see, part of the issue is that I need to go places that are within the New York area, because that keeps the ticket prices low. Because if I have to go to Atlanta, then the people who buy tickets have to pay for my plane ticket and my hotel in order for me to be able to break even, make a profit. You know what I mean? So that creates a higher cost for the ticket. So, look, if you willing to pay $200 to come out and see me in Atlanta, by all means, then I could get 3 or 4 of you in the room and be able to pay for my hotel and ticket. Let me know. But sometimes people, you know what I mean? So let me know who said Atlanta on here. So Shanna, you willing to pay $200 or $300 to come out to speak now? Speak now. Speak now. Speak. So yeah, so that, I hope that answers all of the questions. Oh, Shanna buying me a house. All right now, girl. That's what I'm talking about. That's funny. All right. So we had a nice little talk. We went round the world in a twirl today, and now we're coming back around full circle. Support, it depends. How old is your daughter? Because how old is your daughter? I really prefer when people come to my workshops without family members. I prefer when people come without family members. My workshops, oh no, 9 is too young. 9 is too young. The No, I'm not doing a treat. I'm doing a workshop, a 1-day workshop on the East Coast. Because in my workshops, we open ourselves and we talk about, I wonder if there's a way that I can do, like, we meet up and we have like drinks or dinner or something like that so that children can come, and then the next day we really roll up our sleeves and we jump into some healing work, right? So let me think on that, because there could be a way. So yeah, so maybe, so see, but the thing is, if you travel with your daughter, she would need to stay in the car, not in the car, stay in the hotel or something for the actual workshop. So, cause see, I really prefer, cause what happens is people come with their friends, and then they don't want to open themselves up because they don't want friend to know, you know, some things that they don't want friend to know. You know what I mean? So, like my last workshop, somebody came with their younger sister, and the older sister's trying to force the younger sister to open up, and I'm like, that it don't work like that. She's like, go ahead, call on her, call on. I'm like, what you talking? What? So my purpose for doing the workshop is so that we can dive in, roll up our sleeves, and find some internal healing. And in order to find that internal healing, we've got to be willing to do the work. You know what I mean? And we've got to have a safe space to be able to open up and do that work. So I prefer when people come with themselves and get prepared to really roll up their sleeves, and get in. All right, so now I'm starting to get a little fatigued from being on the broadcast. So listen, support the content creators who support you. Get my book of affirmations, self-love, at tonyatko.com/books. Okay? And it's such an amazing book. You all know that if I made it to be the most profoundly healing possible. All right, Kevin, thanks for coming in. You were first person in, last person out. That's what I talk about. Dedication. Dedication. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, speaking of dedication, if you all have not seen this new artist by the name of Coffee, go check her out. Coffee is an amazing young artist out of Jamaica. She got put on the map by doing a tribute song to Usain Bolt, right? And so Koffee is her name. Go check out some of her music. It's refreshing. She's a young lady who is she okay, so V dot knows Coffee. Okay, so I'm promoting and bigging her up. So go check her out. She's different. She has a mixed style. She has a mixed style. So Shanna knows her. Is it Shayna or Shanna? Because I've been calling you Shanna all broadcast. So Coffee, Koffee. And she sings, it's not roots rock reggae. It just she has her own style. So Shana like Ghana. Okay. All right. All right. Or are you saying Shana is pronounced Ghana? Let me know let me know. I'll do whatever pronunciation you want. So yeah, so check her out, listen to her music. Tell me what you think oh yes, Rapture is my song. I love that. I love that song. Something, 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 coming like devotion. Something, something, some. Coffee smooth like a lotion. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Coffee is how the song go? Coffee is the something like a lotion. Smooth like a lotion. Mm-hmm. I can't think of the lyrics. Coffee is the sound that coming out the coffee is the sound that something like a potion. Something, 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 smooth like a lotion. Uh-huh. I can't think of the Oh, your name is pronounced like Ghana. Okay, Shana, like Ghana, but it's not pronounced Ghana. What is the lyrics of that song for Rapture? Coffee is the that coming like a smooth like a lotion. Smooth like a lotion. You're so funny. Toast and Throne are your favorite. Yeah. Coffee is the sound that hotter than a potion. Coffee is the sound that stronger than a potion. I can't think of it. How it go? How it goes? You all done got this song in my head now, but I can't remember the lyrics. Smooth like a lotion. You know what? I would say my favorite song of hers actually is her a cappella tribute, the original one that she did to Usain Bolt. That is my favorite right there. When I first heard that, I listened to it over and over and over again. Legend. Legend is it? Legend. I'm like, cuz the words are just they're so beautiful. They're so beautiful. I love the song. I love the song. When she talked about how when he ran in Beijing, how he got the standing ovation and how if he gets old, she still remember his story. Yes. What is my favorite song of all time? Happy Birthday. So let me just keep seeing them. Happy birthday. Let me see many, 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 many more. That's my favorite. I crack myself up. I crack myself up. That's my favorite. Because every time I hear it, I know I made it. I know I made it. I made it. I made it. That's my favorite right there. Happy birthday. Sing it to me. Oh, gosh. You all are funny. You all are funny. It's starting to get hot in here. I gotta go open up the doors or turn on the AC or something. So listen, I will see you all later. You all have brightened my day today. I'm glad. 3 hours. Oh Lord, you all don't have me on here for 3 hours. Talk about 10 minutes more. Right now, look, we 40 minutes into the hour. Oh gosh. All right. I'm really getting out of here this time. So there's nothing you can say that can hold me. Go get your copy of the book. It has been almost 3 hours, Kevin. 2 hours, 41 minutes, 24 seconds. All right. I love you all. I love you. I'm turning up the light. Look, because I'm not staying. I'm not staying. Get your copy of the self-love affirmations workbook. I don't know when I'll be live again because I'm traveling tomorrow morning. I'm going to the RV. I'm going back onto the RV park. Um so and I'm preparing for my trip to New York. So I gotta get I'm shipping out vitamin E's and books, and there are people who have been buying books on this broadcast. So yeah, Candace talk about 3 hours more. So I'd be so that I'd be here. You know what? Yes, yeah. Let me stay on here for 3 more hours. I done told you it's getting hot in here so that you just see me slink down onto the couch, passed out from dehydration. I just be here like this. I mean, like, I know, right? Listen. I know, for real this time. For real, for real. All right, I'll see you all. I'll see you all. All right, have a great day. Have a great day. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye, 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 goodbye. Lorshan, that's right.